Here's 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man. It's Kelsey. Complete. They get 14 on that hookup. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process. For a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He'll bring this up to the 22. Drew Tranquil up to make the tackle. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Philadelphia. Man in motion is Smith. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. And in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He'll work forward for a couple. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did to pick up the first down.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down. Throwing is Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On second down, Hurts. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. A tough spot here. Third and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. It's Mahomes. He'll find his tight end, Gray, open downfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Mahomes. This one is hauled in.
Yes, sir.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Some belly shit.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good.
Yo, these niggas, yo, they still selling M&M for $1 at the store. You know, by a tropical jerky Union Bell. Like, these niggas didn't get the memo. Well, the store by me selling them shit for $2, bro. I ain't buy 1 cent. I ain't buy. $2.
Both teams ready to go once
It's
more.
usually $1.50.
As the kick's away. To return,
They probably got mad top of the shit.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
They definitely ain't gonna see me. That's helping me with my M&M diet anyway. I'm paying $2.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A gain there of 27 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Hurts again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. Here's Barkley, powering forward. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles are on top. It's now 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Hardman now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Throwing now, Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. Trying to get himself upfield, and he cannot do it. Knocked back at the 2-yard line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From his end zone, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. Here's second and 6. Now Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on second and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. They'll send a tight end in motion. On third down, they'll go with Saquon. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line, and the drive continues. First down. Dotson, the man in motion. On first and 10, it's Hurts. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Eagles have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
First and 10. Here's Barkley. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. 73. Hurts to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll be 3rd down. On play action, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run it here with Saquon. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Man in motion is Smith. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
3rd and goal. Dotson, the man in motion. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped. He gets 2 down to the 2-yard line. But now it's 4th down. This has been quite the drive 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. To the goal line and in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will get out in front 17-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15. Right side.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get this complete to Pacheco.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Open receiver is Dotson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And the Chiefs are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Yellow.
First down throw, Mahomes. Off balance throw, it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On second down, Mahomes. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Eagles will have great field position right around midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. On first down, it's Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And he will score. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles up their lead. It's now 24-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Off the play fake, Hurts. He'll let one go down the middle. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 15.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly